Feel the beat.
I don't know who, somebody need to hear this. Y'all don't speak Hebrew, that's Yiddish. How the fuck you try to label us anti-Semitic? We the Israelites, blacks, native Hispanics. The Germans getting locked up for the Holocaust. Meanwhile, black people still up in the Holocaust. 100 million of us died in the transatlantic. 6 million died. Y'all want the world to never forget it. You can never be a Jew, you a Ashkenaz. This ain't a star dum-dum, a gun die or die. Yeah, Yeezy told the truth and got ostracized. Not one person in the Bible had on a yarmulke. We was slaves in America like we was in Egypt. Y'all don't even fit the curses in the Torah neither. Y'all was blind to the truth, I had to make it clear. How Jerusalem, your land, your people came from Europe. That was 1947, your menorah got 9 sticks, it's really only 7. Yeah, it's us against the world, Armageddon. This what happened when you inherit lies from your ancestors. Y'all the synagogue of Satan with them black hats. Your whole nation sitting ducks, Aflacs. Bunch of thieves and culture vultures, ain't nothing kosher. To tell the truth, you vagabonds don't have a culture. Macedonia, Alexander and Philip, you a convert, so tell me, how the fuck is you Israel? That don't make you the people just cause you live there. Why my people can't hate your people like y'all hate Hitler? All the prophets was black and was called nigga. Y'all don't even fit the description that's in the scriptures. Abraham all the way down to Jacob, we the real Jews. Y'all don't study Christ, y'all follow the Talmud. Keep it real, yeah, let's keep it real. Cold hard truth, it give you chills. Say y'all Jewish cause y'all ain't really them. About to do them like Hammond, it's the Feast of Purim. UBK undefeated, this an easy win. We was born fighting, y'all the evil twin. Jacob took hold of his heel, then out came his little red bastard and they kosher deals. It's only 12 tribes, y'all trying to make it 13. Esau despised his birthright, the Lord cursed him. He ain't the devil, who is? I'm still searching. Ask your rabbi, why he get them babies herpes? I don't know what's worse, that or you claiming that you a Maccabee. I'm about to cancel, everybody try to cancel ye. I ain't afraid to speak, that's what I do. They riding to the core, I'm just judging them by their fruit. Cause they ain't suffering curses. If I was carnal, I promise I'd punch you in person. I know this an uncomfortable subject. They making millions off our culture and black people suffering from it. Yeah, they don't believe in Christ, they the Antichrist. Make a living off of niggas, they a parasite. I ain't afraid to tell the truth, niggas terrified. I'm about to go DEFCON 4, I ain't satisfied.
That is proof. That is absolute proof that they know we are the real Jews. That's absolute proof. Now, he got the records. Go find me a white Jew on any archaeology in Egypt anywhere. You will never find a piece of archaeology with white people as slaves in Egypt. So don't tell me that they were slaves and it's their identity, and they know it. And I know the blasphemy of them that say they are Jews and are not. The Lord knows the blasphemy of you so-called white people that say you are Jews and you are not Jews. You are not the people of the law. You are not God's chosen people. God's chosen people are living in the ghettos of America. God's chosen people are in poverty and depression in the streets of America. God's chosen people are walking around in America with no identity. That's where God's chosen people are.
Hey, Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakatham, to all the brothers, Yahweh Shem Malatham Bashem Yahushua, to all the sisters. I'm priest and officer of 1,000 Commandant from Southern California, holding it down with the Lashawan Qadash, also for Las Vegas. First off, we are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out on 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yahana. Since 1969, we've been teaching the truth, we've been defending the truth, and we've been saying that the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. So today, every Friday, we get into the holy tongue, which in the Hebrew is the Lashawan Qadash. You look behind me, right? I got the Lashawan Qadash, Salakia. I don't have my sword today. So this right here is what we have is the ancient Hebrew. And it's written from right to left, right? And this language is only for the children of Israel, who today, under the umbrella of the 12 tribes, that's who the children of Israel are. The 12 tribes of Israel are the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and native Indians. We are the true descendants of the biblical Israelites. So this language was given to us by the Most High, right? The language that you speak today, the English, the Spanish, the French, the Portuguese, all those languages were given to us by the oppressor, by the force of the sword. So we have to come back to a pure language, right? And I'll get into that right now. So this one you have is a pure Hebrew, right? Which today they call the biblical Hebrew. And then here is what we have, the Assyrian Hebrew. This was Assyrian. When we were in captivity under the Assyrians, these characters were developed. Nonetheless, we still pronounce them the same, and we'll get into that once we go into the characters and the pronunciations, right? Here you have a la, that's a la, a sha, a wa, ana, a qua, a da, sha, right? So the way we read it, we have connectors. These connectors let you know if the character is being pronounced as it is, or if it's connected and it makes a new sound. So we have a la, a sha, then we have a wa and a na. When they join together, they're connected. It's wan. Then we have a qua. We have a da and a sha, and they're joined together. They're connected. Now it creates the sound dash. So la, shawan, qua, dash. What is the Lashawan Qadash? That is the holy tongue, right? If you was to read it, if I was to write it down so you could pronounce it in the English, it would be La, Sha, Wan, Qua, Dash. And it translates to Lashan is the root word, which means tongue. When you add the Wa in here, all right, this is turns it into a verb. What does a tongue do? Creates sound. All right, so now it's Lashawan Qadash. Qadash means holy, which is holy means set apart or separate. That's what holy means. So this is a language that's separate from every language that's on earth. And it is a pure tongue. And let me get that for you in the book of Zephaniah. 3 and 9. So we're going to go into the blue letter. I'm going to present my screen, because this is what the Lord said. Screen. There we go. So it's the book of Zephaniah. We're going to navigate, quick nav, the book of Zephaniah 3. And verse 9. This is what the Lord said. For then will I turn to the people a pure language, that they may all call upon the name of the Lord, to serve him with one consent. That's what the Lord said. The Lord said that he will turn to the people. What people? This ain't speaking about every people that's upon the face of the earth, because his people, according to the Bible, according to our declaration, are the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And he will turn unto us a pure language. And what language is that? That is the Lashawan Qadash, the Hebrew, the ancient Hebrew, which today they will call the biblical Hebrew. That they may all call upon the name of the Lord. Today you want to call upon the name of the Lord, but you call him Yahweh, right? You call him Jehovah and all these other names that are not the name of the Lord. The name of the Lord is Yahweh in the Hebrew, right? So names like the Most High's name, Yahweh, who you know as Christ, right? If you've been in the school and you shut yourself for 90 days or more, and you have received a new name right? These aren't just names. These are declarations of identity. And that's what we have to do as a people is we must return and we have to forsake the identity of America. We're not Americans. We're not African American, Mexican American. That's garbage. That's what the oppressor calls us. What we are according to the Bible, because there's only 18 nations in the Bible, and everybody in the world belongs to a nation, right? The Ishmaelites, they know who they are as a nation, as a people, right? The so-called Arab man, he knows that he's a descendant of Ishmael. They call themselves Ishmaelites, right? You got brothers speaking Arabic, which is garbage. If you are a black man identifying yourself as Muslim, Islamic, that is not your identity according to the Bible. That is the identity of an oppressor. And you'll never be first class citizen. They'll never, which means that they'll never have your best interest in mind. Right? So through slavery, they have replaced our names for what reason? To erase us. Right? But the Lashawan Qadash, through the Lashawan Qadash, we're going to restore our legacy. Right? Not like the gutter rat. Right? The gutter rat, he let me turn this around. Salaki. Salaki. There we go. Right, the gutter rat, who is the small hat, so-called Jew man, right? The Jewish man. He uses German sounds with Hebrew characters. The Yiddish, right? You got brothers, so-called woke Israelites, who use the oppressor's Yiddish or what they call modern Hebrew. That's not the pure tongue. The Lord said that He will turn unto His people a pure language. Now, where do you go to receive that pure language? Because the Lord always has established His truth through one man. Right? When you go through biblical times, He's always done it through one man, through Adam, one of Adam's sons, and so on, right? Noah, one of Noah's sons, Shem, right? And then the prominent men like Moses, Joshua, right? He's always dealt with one man. So who is that man on earth today who the Lord is dealing with? Who the Lord has established His truth? And that is Commanding General Commanding General, right? We got schools not only in the U.S., we got schools in Europe, we got schools in Mexico, we got schools in southern Central America, South America, we got schools in the West Islands, we got schools everywhere. Wherever you find so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, that's where you'll find a school that will turn back a pure language to His people. So we can call upon the Lord's name. And where do you learn that name? The Lord's name was established, right? When I say established, meaning what we learn in today's times, the Lord's name, right? For a time, we forgot the Lord's name. But through the ISUPK, which was established in 1969, right? 1969 is when the truth was established back on earth, right? And now Commanding General is that man who the Lord has ordained to call His people back to their identity, right? So this is what the Lashawan Qadash class is for. This is what it serves for. So like every weekend, so like every Friday, we're gonna go into the characters, and then we're gonna go into the pronunciations. We're gonna start off with lock it. Now the Ba, Ga, Ga, Ha, Wa, Za, Ha, Ta, Ya, Ka. Lock. La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Ha, Taza, Wa, Ra, Sha, Ba. Let's get to the Siri. A, Ba, Ga, Ga, Ha, Wa, Za, Ka, Ta, Ya, Ka. La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Taza, Wa, Ra, Sha, Ga. So these are both the ancient characters and the Assyrian characters. We're going to pronounce them out loud. A, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Ka, Ta, Ya, Ka, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Taza, Kwa, Ra, Sha, Da. Again in the Assyrian. A, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Ka, Ta, Ya, Ka, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Taza, Kwa, Ra, Sha, Da. Now we have double characters in the Assyrian. There's 22 characters in the ancient, 27 characters in the Assyrian, 5 extra characters. And those are the Ka, which I'm going to underline, in the red, the Ma, the Na, the Pa, and Taza. These characters underlined in red are going to be read and used in the beginning or middle of a word. And we have the same 5 characters. I'm going to underline these in the blue. The Ka, Ma, the Na, the Pa, Taza. These characters are going to be read, so like read and used at the end of a word. I'm going to leave those up real quick while I get these today's topic. Today we're going to go into, let's see. Lock there. We're going to go into a list of everyday words in the Lashawan Qadash, right? And we're going to start off with people and relationships. And then we're going to do greetings and responses, times and days. That's what we're going to cover today. So everyday words. Everyday words. Lock it. So everyday words, people, and people and relationships. So the first word is man. Man. Right? If you guys know how to say these words in the Hebrew, participate. Type them in the comments. Also, if y'all could, so we could get the algorithm going. If you guys could drop a like, right? So this class can get to our brothers and sisters who are in the world. So, man in the Hebrew is Aisha, Asha. So like Ayash. I looked at the wrong one. Salakia. Ayash. All right. In the ancient Hebrew, it is A Ayash. In the Assyrian, Ayash. Right? You can also, this is interchangeable with husband. Right? So when if a sister is married, right, and she says, I have a man, she is saying, I have a husband. That's what she's saying. I have a man, she is saying she has a husband. So the word is Ayash. All right. Two, woman. Woman in the Hebrew is Asha. Asha. In the Hebrew, in the ancient is A Asha. Asha, the same thing. This word woman is interchangeable with wife. All right, you say I have a woman. If a man says I have a woman, that's my woman. He is saying that's my wife, right? In America, right? If a woman says that she has a man, if another man is thirsty, he's not going to take that as that is my husband. He's going to be a simp, and to be honest, that is a spirit of sodomy. For a man to find out that a woman has a man, meaning a husband, and he still tries to pursue, he is low key rainbow deviant. He's a rainbow deviant. If he finds out that a woman has a man, and to his in his mind doesn't sound like a husband, he is a rainbow deviant, right? So the same thing. If a man tells another man, "Hey, check it out. That is my woman." He is saying that is my wife, right? Same thing. Father. Everybody, if you're in the school, you should know what Father is because that is in the prayers, right? We say the prayers every Sabbath. Every Sabbath, if you pray, right at home, you'll be saying this word, right? We say this every high holy day, right? See somebody puts it in, nobody's participating, no sweat. Father is Abba. Abba. It's just an I and a ba. Abba. All right. Ancient Hebrew, Assyrian Hebrew. Abba. 4. Let me give it some space. Mother. Mother is Amma. Amma. So like Amma. 5. We have son. Son is Ban. Ban. Right? And again, Hebrew is written from right to left. Ban. That's son, not daughter. Your time. Daughter. Bat. Right? A lot of sisters have when you set your registry, right? Every Sabbath service, a brother will set his registry. Right? Like for instance, me, I will come up, I'll set my registry, hands to your side, Amajah Shabbat, Amajah, Barak, you say the salute, and also Salakia. I would say Kamada, Ban, that means son, Ban Yashakar, that means son of Israel, Ban Yashar Allah, son of Israel, son of Yashar of Issachar, son of Israel. That's what I would say, right? Now, a sister, because only the priests are the ones who say their registry, right? Now, a sister on Facebook, you know, she'll put her name as this. So like a whatever the sister's name is, right? Bath, and then she'll put her tribe, right? So she'll say Bath Yahweh, that's Judah. Bath Yashakar, Bath Gad. So like a Bath. So what's another one? Zabalawan, and so on, right? There's 12 tribes. Right? The sister will have that in her name. If you are coming into the school and you know how do you know your sisters? Their names, right? You're just coming into the school and you know you want to get to know your sisters and your brothers, right? Most of the time I see the sisters use the bot, right? A brother would just have his name and his tribe's name, right? But a sister would say so and so Bath Yahweh, so and so Bath Yashakar, right? So that's daughter. So Bath, just like that. Ba and a ta, Bath. Bath. All right, sisters don't accept the registry because they don't do the service of a priest. Only men do. Now, the next word, we have quite a few. Let me see how many I have. 1, 2. We have 15 words. I think I have to be a man. All right, so the next word is brother. Brother, how do you say that in the Hebrew? Is ak. Ak. All right. Ak. Like that. Salakia. We're going to proceed. A sister. Sister. All right. Sister should know how to say sister in the Hebrew. Because, you know, when you guys see each other, when you refer to a sister, all right, you will say aqua. Aqua. All right. Aqua. 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 Now we have family kin. Family kin meaning your uncle, your aunt, your cousins. All right, that is the Y. The Y. That's how you say your uncle. You refer to your uncle, your aunt, your cousins. The Y. That is the Y. Don't get it confused with King James' name. All right, that's not Dawada. It's Da Y. And it is the Y. 10, you got family. That is Mashka. Mashka. Mashpaka. That's family. Mas Paka. Paka. 11. Friend. Friend. Ra'ad. Ra'ad. Right. Ra. Ra'ad. Ra'ad. Nation. Nation is Ein. 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 13. King. And Shalom. Yabba Shalom Shalom to the trooper Batak. Shalom Mak. King is Malak. Black Hispanics and Native Americans only have one king, and that is, who can answer this? Batak. If you tuning in, who is the king, the only king of Black Hispanics and Native Americans? Put it in the chat. Malak. 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 You see, put it down. No sweat. That is Malak Yahweh Shai. That's the king of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans is Christ. Yahweh Shai in Hebrew. 14. Prophet. Prophet is Nab. Nabiyah. Oh, Salakia. Nab. Nabiyah. Prophet. Nabiyah. Nabya. 15. Priest. Priest is Kahan. Right? And that is what every so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American should strive for. Should strive to be a priest of the Lord, a holy priest. Kahan. 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 So once again, we're just gonna go down the list. For man, Ayash, which can be interchangeable with husband as well. All right. Woman, Asha, same thing, can be interchangeable for wife. Right. Not every time you say man means husband, but when a woman says that's my man, right? I'm just using the English language, right? That's when a woman says that's my man, she means that is her husband. When a man says that's my man, that means that is his day one. That is his homeboy, right? Woman. When a man says that is my woman, he means that is my wife, right? So the for man, it's in the Hebrew Ayash. In the English, I'm so like in the Hebrew for a woman is Asha, father, Abba, mother, Ama, son, Ban, daughter, Bath, brother, Ak, sister, Akwa, a family kin, that is a uncle, a aunt, or cousin. You say the Y. Family, Mashpaka, friend, Ra'ai, nation, Ain, king, Malak, prophet, Nabya, priest, Kahan. We're gonna get the next. I'm gonna leave it up. Give it a minute. All right, we're gonna continue. Next list of words, everyday words. We're gonna go into greetings and responses. greetings and responses. Right? So peace. Right? When we greet each other, first thing that comes out of our mouth is shalom. Right? And it's not shalom. Right? You have a lot of, again, woke Israelites who would say shalom. But the one thing, right, that you will read out of the, so like in this book I would show, but it says that, let me get this book, so lock it. I got to get this book. Bear with me. Which is the biblical Hebrew. Biblical Hebrew. You want to invest in this book, you want to improve in the Lashawan Qadash. But here, if you go to page, I think it's page 3. All right, page 3, and I'm gonna read it. Pull it up. I'm gonna do it like this. I'm not sure if the camera can focus, but I'm gonna read it. It says the Hebrew alphabet is the oldest in the world, still in use today. Our own alphabet is a descendant of it by a circuitous, so like a circuitous route. The text of the Hebrew Bible we use today reflects several periods of development. So again, right, we have the ancient Hebrew, and then we have the Assyrian, and then you have what's now watered down modern Hebrew and Yiddish. Right? So it says we use today reflects several periods of development. Originally, this means ancient Hebrew. That is the original. Originally, only the consonants were used, meaning the characters. That's the consonants. Those are the characters were used. So it says, by the time of the Israelite kingdoms, some consonants like the ha, the wa, and the ya were used to indicate certain vowels. So again, that came later. Vowels is what the oppressor, the gutter rat, uses. He uses certain consonants like the ha, the wa, and the ya to pronounce a Hebrew word with vowels. Again, what's one of the Hebrew word? Shalom. They would add a wa. Where's my marker? Right, so shalom is shalom. Just like that. Shalom. But then you have the oppressor who came in and added a wa, right? That's what I read in here. It was a wa to add a vowel. So when they wrote it down, right, they don't use the ancient Hebrew, right? Because when I at my slavery, one of my slaveries, they see the dawadah. They see me Rock the Dawada. And they're like, oh, are you Jewish? I'm like, no, I'm not Jewish. I'm a Jew though. All right. Like, oh, so you were born in this? They get into the conversation, but then I break it down how the Dawada is King David's name in the Hebrew. And they don't have a clue of what I'm speaking about. Why? Because they don't know the ancient language. What the Lord said that he would turn unto his people a pure language. But they do use the Assyrian. So what did they do? It'd be like Shah, La, and they added a Salaka. They added a Y. Why? Because they wanted to add a vowel to make it pronounced Shalom. Shalom. But then you have fake Israelites who took this and said Shalom. Right? The oppressor says Shalom, and woke Israelites say Shalom. This is wrong. That is wrong. And you should go to police and officer of 5,000 Hazahat. Right? He'll give you the breakdown on the word, the proper pronunciation and all that. Right? But this is wrong. Shalom. Woke Israelites are still using the oppressor's system to pronounce Hebrew words, and it doesn't go together. Right? It conflicts one another. If you read, all right, if you was to go to Google and you will type in, how do you word this? So like, can someone who speaks biblical Hebrew communicate with someone who speaks modern Hebrew? And it'll tell you that la'ah, meaning no, they cannot communicate. They wouldn't even understand. They wouldn't understand each other, basically. Right? So the oppressor says shalom. The woke Israelite says shalom, which is wrong. The proper way is shalom, just like that. Shalom. All right. So we have a greetings in the school, right? And just for class teaching purposes, I will say it. Right? It's not something you just want to say, right? But for a brother, we'll say shalom, Yahweh, which is the Lord's name. Yahweh Bahashem, meaning in the name. And we'll say Yahawashah, meaning in the name of who you will know as Jesus, right? In the name of Christ. Barak Atah. Barak, which is I'm gonna put it down on the board, meaning bless. That's how you say Barak. And then Atah meaning you, right? Bless. And then for the sisters, it'll be Shalom, Yahweh, Shamar, Al, Atah. Salaga, Al, Salaga. Salaga, I say it all the time. So Shalom meaning peace. Yahweh, the Lord's name. Shamar, meaning watch. Al, over. Atah, meaning you. Bahasham, that's the Lord's name. And so like in the name, Yahweh Shah, Christ, right? That's how you would say. So let me continue. So peace. Next word is bless. Well, I'm gonna say bless you, right? Bless you. So it is Barak Atah. Barak Atah. And that is this is Okay, I'm gonna write it 2 times because one is masculine and another one is plural. Feminine. And if you want to say plural, right, it'll be a thumb. A thumb. But Barak, Barak, Barakatha, right? And that's masculine. 1, 2, that is masculine. Bless you. Barak, thunder. Oh no, Salakia. I'm thinking about the. So for a sister, you would say the same thing. Barakatah, that means bless you. Now, if you want to say it in a plural, Barakathum would be masculine. Barakathun would be feminine. All right. Salakia. 3. Thank you. Thank you in the Hebrew is tawada. Tawada. That is the wa water. The water. 4. You want to say I'm good. I'm good. That's anya. Anya tawa. Anya tawa. Anya tawa. Anya. Anya tawa. There we go. Anya tawa. I'm good. I'm going to say no. That's la'a. La'a. Just a la and a a. La'a. La'a. Yes. Khan. Khan. All right, you want to say rise Israel. That's Kwam Ya Shar Ah La. Kwam Ya Shar Allah. That's rise Israel. There you go. Kwam Ya Shar Allah. These are greetings and responses. I'm gonna leave it up for a minute or two. Salakia, I hope you can see it. Let me see if I can move the camera a little bit further up. Salakia is pretty far. Let me see if I zoom in on my phone or YouTube, you better be able to read it. Okay, so Salakia, you can always go back on the video, right? So if I show you on my phone, it looks blurred just like on yours, but if you zoom in, Salakia, I mean, they're horrible. If you zoom in, you'll be able to read it. All right, so we're gonna get the next everyday words, which is time and days. I'm gonna try to write it a little bit bigger so you can be able to read it. So time and days. First one is day. Day. How do you say day in the Hebrew? Yawam. Yawam. The largest market. Yawam. Yawam. So night. Night. So lock it, let me. All right. So night is so like let me look at this word. I don't know if to put it down right. Uh, 39:15. Like y'all. La y'all. Like y'all. That's night. Morning. Morning. Bakwar. Ba. Bakwar. Bakwar. So if you want to say good morning, right? You say Tawab Bakwar. That means good morning, right? So we're gonna take Tawab from I'm good, right? You could say Tawab, that's good, and morning. That's Tawab Bakwar. Or evening. Evening is Arab. Arab. That is Arab. All right, so now if you want to say good evening, same thing. Tawab Arab. You want to say good night? Tawab Layal. All right, so night really it should be morning, evening. So like it's evening, night, morning. All right, that's how it is. But you say Tawab Layal, Bakwar, Tawab Arab. Good night, good morning, good evening. Today. Today is Ha Yawam. Ha Yawam. Was Ha Ya Ha Yawam. Ha Ya Ha Yawam. So the Ha, that's from what's the word? Okay, let me get that for you. $1961. So the Ha comes from the word Haya, right, which is to come to pass, become or be, right? So come to pass, become or be. So you would say Ha Yawam, right? But the Ha comes from Haya, Ha Yawam. That's today. Six is yesterday. Yesterday is Thamawal. Thamawal. All right, so Thamawal. 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 That's yesterday. Tomorrow. Makar. Tomorrow is Makar. Makar. That's tomorrow. Makar. Makar. 8. Time. That is Zaman. That's how you say time. Zaman. Zaman, season. Season is Mawad. 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 Hour. Ooh. Let me get that. $81.60. Sha'ad. What? Sha'ad. Okay. Sha'ad. That's hour. Wow. Let me put that down here. Sha'ad. Sha'ad. 10 month. Month is 11. Qadash. That's month. Qadash. Qadash. Year. Shana. Shana is year. Shana. Shana. 13. That's week. That is Shabbat. Week. Right, that comes from the number 7. Shabbat. Right, so it's 7 days in the week. Shabbat. eat is Shabbat. So let's go over these. This is time and days, right? So the way you say day in the Hebrew is yawam. That's day, night, layal. Now, if you want to say good night, say tawab layal. Morning, bakwar. You want to say good morning, right? Tawab bakwar. Evening, arab. You want to say good evening is tawab arab. Today is ha yawam. And the ha comes from the haya. Right? Haya means to become. What's the other? Salakia. What was it? 1961. That's to come to pass, become, or be. That's today. So ha yawam. That's today. Yesterday, ta mawal. Tomorrow, makar. Time, zaman. Season, mawad. Hour, sha'ai. Month, Qadash. Year, Shana. Week, Shabbat. Let's see if I have anything else. Probably want to end it with a scripture. Let me see. Bear with me. Okay, with that, the water for tuning in. This has come to a closing of the class. I'm gonna salute out. Oh, Salaki, let me get these. Security announcements. ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. And they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8-10 means 10th in the Hebrew, ma'ashara. 10% of every penny. So like a 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for the priest, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you will like. Upcoming holy convocation, we'll keep you posted. I don't have the date, Salakia. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, boot, shirt, pant, headband, war scarf. With that, I'm gonna send a salute to the brothers. Shalom, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Baruch Atam. Salute to the sisters. Shalom, Yahweh Shamar, Alatham Ba'Shem Yahushua. Class dismissed.